Right, time to check in with Fiona Anderson once again from Business in Vancouver, talking about housing prices in March. Fiona.
That's right. So Terranet National Bank House Pricing Index came out this morning, and that's one of my favorite measures of house prices because they actually look at resales. They actually don't compare benchmark houses. They actually compare houses that have been sold at least twice, so they can compare the two sales prices. And house prices are continuing to go up, 0.3% up in March compared to February. The index looks at 11 different jurisdictions, and in March, 8 of the 11 had price increases. That compares to February, where only 3 of the 11 had price increases. A number of cities across the country were actually kind of having some housing slumps, but those have come back. In March, they've reached a high index. So the highest the index has ever been was in March 2015. Same is true for Vancouver and Toronto, big numbers there. So let's look at how the numbers actually compared across the country. So Vancouver, start with that. It was up 3% month over month. That makes it 5.3% year over year. So compared to last March, it's up 5.3%, and that's a new peak for Vancouver. Victoria was actually down 2% compared to February, but it's still up compared to last March. However, it's actually down 5% from its peak in June of 2010. Calgary up 0.2%, year over year up 4.4%. It is also down from a peak, but its peak was only in October. Not surprising, oil prices there is probably affecting real estate prices. Edmonton up 0.4% in March. Year over year, it's a 4.7% increase from a year ago. Now, their peak was in 2007, so quite some time ago, and they're 3% lower than their peak in 2007. So they still haven't really regained from back then. Toronto, out east, is up 0.3%. That's a year-over-year increase of 7.6%. That's the second highest increase, not the highest, but the second highest. What I haven't shown you on the board is Hamilton. Hamilton prices year-over-year were up 8.4%. So 7.6% in Toronto. That's also a new high for that city. And nationally, up 0.3%, up 4.7% in since a year ago. So as I said, Hamilton was actually the highest city, and out east, other eastern cities, Montreal, Quebec, and Halifax, they actually went up after being slumping for a number of months.
All right, thanks for that, Fiona Anderson from Business in Vancouver. You can get more business news online, BIV.com.